This isn't a story about mountains. It's about something you can't see and yet can't escape. An invisible force that decides how this land looks, how life survives here, and how you feel the moment you arrive. At the southern edge of South America, where roads feel temporary and distance stretches without apology, the wind stops being background noise. Here, it becomes a presence, not something you listen to, but something that listens to you. This is Patagonia, not as a destination, but as a place shaped by motion, by pressure, by air that never truly rests.
You step onto the Patagonian steppe and instinctively slow down, not because you want to, but because you have to. The wind presses against your body, testing balance, testing patience. Each step forward feels earned. Koiron grass ripples endlessly, flattened into waves that roll toward distant peaks. There are no markers here, no fences, no trees tall enough to break the horizon, just openness. And inside that openness, a quiet sense of exposure. The wind doesn't originate here. It arrives from far beyond what you can see. Ocean currents charge in from the southern hemisphere, having crossed thousands of kilometers without touching land. By the time they reach this plain, they've gathered momentum, turned into something relentless. This is not weather, it's a system. Hours blur together, measured not by clocks, but by the changing tone of the gusts. You learn quickly that resistance is wasted energy. You lean forward when you walk. You brace yourself when you stop. You accept that some paths will be slower than planned. Over centuries, this acceptance has been written into the land itself. Clouds stretch thin and long, dragged across the sky like fabric pulled too tight. Dust lifts from the ground, hovers for a moment, then disappears, carried somewhere else, reshaping another place far away. Nothing here is static. Even the trees have learned to yield. Southern beech doesn't reach upward in Patagonia. It grows sideways, branches permanently bent eastward, as if frozen in a single continuous bow. They don't resist the wind, they acknowledge it, living proof that survival here is not about strength, but about alignment. Near the glacial lakes, the wind skims the surface, turning water dark and restless. On Lago Argentino, you can see the story etched directly into the ice, one side smooth, the other battered, scalloped by years of impact. As water recedes from ancient lake beds, the exposed earth is scoured clean. Layers peel back. Time loosens its grip. Traces of people who once moved across this land with no maps, no shelters beyond what they carried with them. The same wind that stings your face today is the one that uncovers their footsteps, not deliberately, not gently, but patiently. Nothing here tries to dominate the wind. Life learns to move inside it. Guanacos stand scattered across the steppe, their silhouettes barely shifting against the vastness. Their coats ripple violently, but their bodies remain steady. They don't panic, they don't flee unless necessary. They simply turn their backs to the gusts and wait. Above them, condors circle, massive, dark shapes against an open sky. Their wings stretch wide, yet they rarely flap. Instead, they ride the invisible. They trust the air to carry them. Hours pass as they drift, watching the land below. Closer to the ground, life adapts differently. Burrowing animals disappear beneath the surface, escaping what cannot be fought. Others wait for brief pauses, emerging only when the wind loosens its grip. Every strategy here shares the same principle: conserve energy, choose timing carefully, and never mistake calm for permanence. Human presence in Patagonia feels provisional, as if everyone understands they are guests, not owners. In towns like El Calafate, buildings sit low, pressed toward the earth. Gauchos rise before dawn. They work steadily, moving livestock when conditions allow. Their horses know the wind well. Here, the wind decides the schedule. Even modern infrastructure understands this hierarchy. The road toward Perito Moreno feels fragile, a thin line drawn temporarily across something older. Eventually, it stops. From there, progress changes form. Because in Patagonia, movement only happens when the land allows it.
Solitude in Patagonia is not gentle. It arrives fully formed. The wind fills every silence, every mental pause. There's no escape into distraction, no background noise to soften thought. Here, isolation feels physical. The scale of the landscape removes reference points. Without crowds, without signage, without constant stimulation, your inner voice grows louder. The wind becomes a mirror, relentless, unavoidable. At times, it feels antagonistic, as if it's testing your willingness to stay. And then, gradually, resistance fades. You stop fighting the sound, stop wishing for stillness. You begin to notice subtleties, the rhythm inside the chaos, the way gusts arrive in waves. And strangely, that brings relief. The need to explain disappears. So does the urge to dominate or document. What remains is attention, pure, unfiltered awareness, awe without spectacle. You understand how small you are and how light that realization feels. Out here, being alone isn't empty. It's clarifying. No expectations.
As evening approaches, the wind sometimes eases, not gone, just quieter. The Andes darken into silhouettes beneath unfamiliar stars. In these moments, stillness feels earned. You leave Patagonia, but something remains with you. The effort it took just to stand still, the silence that only arrived after surrender. At the edge of the map, you don't find an ending, you find perspective. Some places don't ask to be understood, they ask to be felt.